Ciao, sono Danielle with Learn Italian for Travel. Ciao starts with the letter C, and tonight we are going to be doing the letter C based on my book, The ABCs of Italian Travel. So if you've watched the pronunciation video, you'll know that the letter C has two different sounds. It can either sound like ch or it can sound like k, and it depends on what immediately follows the C. So we're going to go through all of these words and see if you can figure out how it's pronounced before I tell you. If you haven't watched the pronunciation video, you might want to go back and watch that so you can be able to pronounce these words. So just like in my book that's soon to come, it'll be ready in a couple months, we're going to go through some words and phrases, and then I'm going to teach you some nouns, and then I'm going to teach you some verbs, all beginning with the letter C, the most crucial that you'll need to know when you're in Italy. Okay, so the first one we already said, ciao. And I want you all to repeat at home after I say the word in Italian. Ciao. Bravi, good. Ciao means hi or bye. It's very informal. It's used usually when you know people, not if you're meeting for the first time. So if you go back and watch the video on letter B, you would know what to say when you meet somebody in a formal setting if you don't know either buongiorno or buonasera, okay? So ciao, informal, hi and bye. The next phrase, there's actually two that you can say. The first one, really important, you're probably going to be asked this a lot, and you will ask people this as well, okay? So, ripetete, come sta? Come sta? That is, how are you doing, okay? And that is in the formal, singular formal form. And there are a myriad of answers, of course, that you can give, and I just gave you a few here. You can say bene, well. You can say non c'è male. Literally, there isn't bad, not bad, non c'è male. Or if you're just doing okay, so, you can say così, così. Notice that the accent falls on that word on the last vowel. So rise at the end, così, così. Bene, good, okay. You can also ask come va. Come va, how's it going? And you can respond with the same answers. Bene, non c'è male, così, così. Or if it's really going badly, you would say male. Male is it's bad. Okay, so this is just a glimpse of the stuff that's included in the book. I don't have everything here, but just so you know the foundation and how the book is going to be structured. And the next question that you might hear often and you might ask as well is how to say, what is your name? So the question is, come si chiama? Come si chiama? And then you would answer, I call myself, mi chiamo Danielle. Mi chiamo, and whatever your name is, that's what you would say. In the video, when I started tonight, I said, sono Danielle, sono Danielle. You can say either one. Sono means I am. Mi chiamo is I call myself, my name is, okay? So more things, words and phrases that begin with C here is not chi, because the CH sounds like a k. This is chi. Chi means who, okay? The way to say what, you can actually say it three different ways. You could say cosa, ripetete, cosa. Or you can say che, or you can put them together and say che cosa. Che cosa. Molto bene. An exclamation, you could probably say this all day long, every day when you're walking around Italy and you're seeing really beautiful things. You say, che bello. Che bello. And it translates to how beautiful, awesome, rad, amazing. I mean, there are other things that you could say in Italian too, or you can just say, che bello. Poi, if you want to ask somebody, how do you say this, okay? Well, actually, if you have an Italian word, okay, and you you don't know what it means and you want to ask somebody, what does this mean? You would say, cosa vuol dire? Cosa vuol dire? For example, if you see the word, you don't know what ciao means yet, okay? And you see it written somewhere and someone's walking by, you can point to it and say, cosa vuol dire ciao? And then they would say, oh, maybe they speak English. Ciao means hi or bye, okay? And then the other question that you might ask, if you want to say something in Italian, you can say, come si dice? Come si dice? And if you want to know how to say hi, you would say, come si dice hi? And then they would say, ciao. Luckily now we have these phones too. We have Google Translate. You could put in a word and look it up really quick. If you need a word here and there, it's a really valuable tool to have when you're traveling. So let's continue on with some important words and phrases, questions that you'll need to ask when you're there. This one's pretty important, especially if you don't have a phone or a watch, okay? It's how to ask, what time is it, okay? So you would say, che ora è? Che ora è? You could also say it in the plural form because ora is a word for hour. Hour meaning the hour singular, but it also can be referred to ore, hours. So there's two forms and they both mean what time is it? Or literally, what hour is it? Or what hours are there? Because in Italian, everything always agrees. It's very, very literal and agreeable. The adjectives with the nouns, with the articles, everything will have a gender and a number and it all is going to agree. So you can also say, che ore sono? Rivedete, che ore sono? Bene, good. So you can answer with a singular form if it's a singular response or with a plural form if you're talking about an hour that's greater than 1 or if it's not noon or midnight. So the singular forms if you are noon and midnight. So you would say è mezzogiorno. È mezzogiorno. And that means it's midday, it's noon, okay? So è with the accent means it is, and it's singular. You would also say è, if it's midnight, you would say è mezzanotte. È mezzanotte. Molto bene. And then also one is singular, right? So you're going to use a, the singular form, to say if it's 1 o'clock. So you would say è luna. È luna. Luna is also the word for moon. It's written without an apostrophe, but it sounds the same, exactly the same. So it can either be with time like this, luna. Okay, now if you're going to talk about a plural time, that would be anything other than mezzogiorno, noon, mezzanotte, midnight, or luna, 1. You're going to start with sono le, and the sono le means there are. It's very literal. You're not saying it's 2, you're saying there are 2 o'clock, okay, 2 hours. So here I have written sono le due. Ripetete, sono le due. And that means there are 2 hours. It's 2 o'clock. That's how you say it's 2. It's 2 o'clock, okay? Or you could say sono le tre. Sono le tre. Very important in telling time, obviously, are the numbers. You need to know how to count. So you need to know all the numbers for the hours, and you need to know the numbers for the minutes. And in Italy, they use the 24-hour clock or the military time with schedules and appointments. So you will want to know how to count all the way, well, you need for the minutes up to 60, but you need to know for the hour all the way up to 23. So here I have also sono le otto, sono le otto. That would be it's 8 o'clock, okay? And I only have written the hours here. I talked about time in the video on the letter A, where we asked at what time does something happen. That's a different phrase. But what you do when you're telling time, or when you're responding at it, something happens at a certain time or it's a certain time, is you say the hour first and then you say and then you say the minutes. It's very simple. So if I wanted to say it's noon, it's 20 past noon, okay, so it's 12:20, I would just say è mezzogiorno e 20. È mezzogiorno e 20. You might even already know, if you're American, what 20 is, even if you haven't studied the numbers, if you've ever gone to Starbucks and ordered a 20-ounce coffee, because that's what they call it, is 20. 20 is 20, okay? So just say the hour and then you say the minutes, okay? Molto bene. So let's go on now to, we always want to know what the weather is like, right? Especially when you're traveling, is it going to be sunny? Is it going to be nice weather? Is it going to be bad weather? So the phrase to ask, what's the weather like? Literally, it's what's the weather doing? It's che tempo fa? Ripetete, che tempo fa? Molto bene. And all of these responses here are going to begin with C, because this video is on the letter C. There's also other things that you could say about the weather, but they're going to be under the letter F. So look for the video on the letter F, okay? So you might say, if somebody says, che tempo fa? What's the weather doing? You might say, c'è il sole. Ripetete, c'è il sole. It's sunny. There is sun. You might say, c'è il vento. C'è il vento. It's windy. There's wind. You might say, c'è la pioggia. C'è la pioggia. It's rainy. There is rain. You might say, c'è la neve. C'è la neve. There's snow. E l'ultimo, the last one, it's the only one here that's in the plural. The c'è is all in the singular. Do you see the A with the accent? It's the same that we used in time when we said it's noon, it's midnight, it's 1. Here, the expression is there is, and that's what the C is with the apostrophe. You're saying there is. There is sun, there is wind, there is rain, there is snow. This last one is plural, so it turns into ci sono. There are, just like sono in the time, which is plural. So if you want to say there are clouds, plural, you would say ci sono le nuvole. Ripetete. Ci sono le nuvole. Bene. Benissimo. Andiamo avanti. And we're going to still look at c'è and ci sono, because it's going to be very useful for you when you travel to know this expression, c'è and ci sono, okay? So c'è means there is, but it can also be turned into a question only by you adding inflection to your voice. You don't need to add anything to the sentence. Like you can take a statement like, c'è un bagno. C'è un bagno means there is a bathroom. If you want to ask somebody, is there a bathroom? You don't have to do anything to that statement other than add inflection. C'è un bagno? Try it. Try it without inflection first as a statement. C'è un bagno. There is a bathroom. Now you're asking, is there a bathroom? And you're adding inflection. C'è un bagno? Molto bene. Bravi. Good. The same thing with if an item is plural. You don't need to get completely hung up on the difference between the singular and plural. If you really want to impress them, though, and you say ci sono with a plural noun, that means that you've really studied your Italian before going. So if you have an item like le cartoline are postcards, that's plural. So you wouldn't say c'è, you would say ci sono, because that is plural. That's how you say there are. So ripetete, ci sono le cartoline. Ci sono le cartoline. And that is a statement. You're saying there are postcards. Now, if you walk into tabacchi where you buy postcards and you want to ask, are there postcards? You would just take that statement and add inflection. So you would say, ci sono le cartoline? Ci sono le cartoline? Molto bene. Bravi. Okay, so a few other phrases that you will probably be using a lot or that are pretty important. This first one here, con. Usually you don't see Italian words ending in a consonant. This one does. It's a preposition. It means with. Con. Poi, so something, it's funny, when I first moved to Italy, when I was a student there, I had studied for 2 years before going, but couldn't speak much because we just didn't practice conversation much in my classes that I took at UC Santa Barbara. So I just said, certamente, all the time, just to be agreeable. It means certainly. Or I would say, certo, certo, okay? So it's a good thing to know. The next one, we saw this when we responded to come sta, come va, così. Così. So così, così means so-so. If you just say così, that means it's like this, like this. È così, it's like this, okay? Poi, if you see this in a store window, it means closed. Chiuso. Ripetete, chiuso. Molto bene. And then the last one, this is a way to say see you later. Ci vediamo. Ci vediamo. So here I'm just going to give you the pronunciation for all these words, this long list of nouns, so you know how to say these. Okay, ripetete. Centro. Centro. Bene. La seconda, chiesa. Chiesa. Poi, cinema. Cinema. Poi, città. Città. Benissimo. Campagna. Campagna. Qui, cameriere. Cameriere. I will tell you that means waiter, okay, if you're in a restaurant. Cameriere, if it's a male. If it's a waitress, you would say cameriera. Bene, poi, also we're still in the restaurant, so this is how you say bill. Conto. Conto. In Italy, they will let you eat as long as you want to eat. They don't try to usher you out or get you to leave before you're ready to go. Like I always find in America, they're trying to like make you eat faster, leave faster. You can stay for hours if you want. So sometimes you even have to ask for the bill if you want to leave. Cena. Cena. Contorno. Contorno. Molto bene. Poi abbiamo camera. Camera is not a camera that you take a picture. Actually, we mostly take pictures with our phones now. It's a room. That's how you say room. Camera. And then you probably have seen these words for coffee before because we have espresso culture in the United States and it's all over the world, okay? So café. Café has an accent at the E, on the E. That is, if you order café in a bar or café, so it also means coffee shop, it means coffee, but not coffee, American coffee with water added to it, it's espresso. So if you order un café, you're going to get a shot of espresso. Café, café, latte. Café, latte. So we say latte here in America. If you order that in Italy, you'll just get a glass of milk. So if you want coffee in the milk milk with coffee, you have to say café, latte. And then the last one, cappuccino. Cappuccino. Italian coffee is really good. If you like coffee, you'll love it in Italy. So now we're moving on to some verbs, okay? So these 3 verbs that I chose for the letter C are all regular verbs. There's one that ends in are, cercare. The next one ends in ere, conoscere, and then the last one ends in ire, capire. So I've already said in other videos that there are 3 sets of regular verbs. The verbs that end in ire actually have 2. There's a set 1 and a set 2 within this category. So there's another conjugation that's also different too. But if you memorize the formula for all of these verbs that are regular, then if you take a verb that belongs to that group, all you have to do is insert this formula, and you will know how to conjugate the verb, how to say the verb's meaning for each of the different subjects that you're talking about. It's very useful. So you can take a list of verbs that are regular, and you know how to conjugate them, and then you can say so many different things. Because verbs are the action, the things you're going to be doing: eating, going, dancing, skiing, watching something, watching a movie, something like that, okay? So let's look at the first verb here. Ripetete, cercare. Cercare. It means to look for, okay? So when we conjugate it, what we do is we remove the are, the are ending. And so you're left with cerc, C-E-R-C, as your root that's going to go in all the different conjugations. And then you add on this formulaic ending, o, I, a, iamo, ate, and anno for all of the forms. This is true for all regular ARE verbs. So, ripetete, io cerco, I'm looking for. So you don't need a preposition to follow that because the for is included in the conjugation. I'm looking for. Cerco una cartolina. I'm looking for a postcard. Tu, you'll notice there's an H here. So if the verb ends in ARE and in the infinitive ends in CARE or GARE, you have to add an H in the tu and in the noi form to keep the hard k sound. So you're going to say tu cerchi. If the H wasn't there, you would say tu cerci, and it just sounds odd. So tu cerchi. Bene. Poi lui, lei, and lei, you would say cerca. Cerca. Noi cerchiamo. Voi cercate. Loro cercano. Cercano. The accent's on the first syllable if it's a 3-syllable word in the loro form. Cercano. Bene. Very good. Okay, so the ERE verbs now, we're moving on. Conoscere means to know. It means to know a person or to know an area, a city. You can know a place in the city, but it's not to know a fact. There's another verb for that. So what you do with the ERE verb, the same thing. You get rid of that ERE ending, and then you're going to replace it with the formula. In the ERE verb, it's the verb group. It's very similar to the ARE group, but slightly different. So the ending is O for the EO form. If the two conjugation, it's E. In Italian, E is the I in English. The lui, lei form is E in Italiano, E in English. So O, I, E. And then the noi form is iamo. Voi is ete. And loro is onno. Ok? Allora ripetete, io conosco. Tu conosci. Lui, lei conosce. Noi conosciamo. Voi conoscete. Loro conoscono. Conoscono. Molto bene. Very good. Okay, so the last verb that we're looking at here is the verb capire. It means to understand. And I said this earlier, there's 2 different types of IRE verbs. There's a set 1 and a set 2. And this is going to belong in set 2, even though it's a regular verb. So what happens with all the verbs that end in set 2 is that in the io, tu, lui, lei, and loro form, you're going to add an ISC before the actual ending. So the isk, and then you add on the ending. So if you're overwhelmed at this point, it's okay, it's fine. I'm giving you a ton of information right here. And mostly, as I've said before, it's so you can know how to pronounce these words. Because when you're looking at a book and you read it, you might be pronouncing them wrong. If you buy the book, you can go through with time and you can study this and you can look at all of these verbs, and I give detailed explanations on all of the grammar so you can really understand all of this because it's a lot of information. So you're going to take the IRE ending just like you did with the ere and are, and you're going to get rid of it, and you're going to be left with cap, okay? Cap. That's going to be the root. And then I said that you have to add an ISC in the io, tu, lui, lei, loro form. So you add that, okay? And then you add the ending, which is the IRE ending, which is almost identical to the ERE verb group. It's o, e, and then it's iamo. Ite is the only difference because in the ERE it's ete and then it's onno. Okay? So ripetete, io capisco. I understand. Tu capisci. You might have heard an Italian movie where they say capisci. Okay, that would be a slang, kind of a dialect form of capisci. Okay? Lui, lei capisce. Noi capiamo. Voi capite. So the noi and the voi form are the only two conjugations where you don't add that isk. Capiamo, we understand. Capite, you all understand. And then loro, capiscono. Capiscono. They understand. Fantastico. The last page, l'ultima pagina, after all of this information, okay? So these are some sample sentences with the verbs that we've just learned, okay? So see if you can figure out what they mean after we say them. Ok, qui la prima frase, cerco la cameriera. Cerco la cameriera. Cosa vuol dire? What does it mean? It means, did you get it? I'm looking for the waitress. You might need to say this in the restaurant. I'm looking for the waitress. Bene? Okay. The next one, la prossima, cerchi una cartolina. Cerchi una cartolina. So you should be able to know what that means as well. It's from the verb cercare still. You, singular, are looking for a postcard. Benissimo. Okay, now we have the verb conoscere. Okay, the first sentence, la prima frase. Conosce questa città. Conosce questa città. So conosce, it could be lui, he, it could be lei, she, or it could be lei, you, formal. It could mean any of those. So it's going to be based on context, who you're talking about. He, she, you, formal, knows this city. Questa means this, okay? Poi, conosciamo Chiara. Conosciamo Chiara. Chiara would be a woman's name, okay? So we would be saying, we know Chiara. Bene? Okay, so you might hear this. Capite? Capite? Do you all understand? Okay? Although, we'll hold that thought. We're going to come back to that in just a minute. Let's look at this one here. Capiscono tutto. Capiscono tutto. They understand everything. Bene. Tutto means everything. Tutti, ending in an I, means everybody. There's a difference there. Okay, so I said capite here with a question mark. Do you all understand? But usually in Italian, what they'll ask instead is in the past tense. They'll say, did you understand? Not do you understand. So the question, did you understand? That someone might ask you, ha capito? Ha capito? And then you can say either yes, I understood, or no, I didn't understand. If you say you understood, you'd say sì, ho capito. Sì, ho capito. And this question is actually asked pretty frequently because they want, in engaging in conversation, they want to know if you're understanding what is being said. And so, ha capito? Sì, ho capito. But if you didn't understand, you would say no, non ho capito. No is no, just like in English. No, non ho capito. I didn't understand. Bene. So hopefully you're not saying non ho capito right now after all of this lesson, all of this information. You're saying sì, ho capito, ho capito. But if you're still not understanding, like I said, you can go back and you can watch the video again, and you can study, you can read the book, and you'll get it, I promise. Okay. So grazie for tuning in e ci vediamo. Ciao.